Jets won't win another game. Whoa. Man. The New York Jets won't win another game. This is an AFC heavy edition right here on the Man Hour on this Tuesday edition, Overreaction Tuesday. As you guys know, the Jets did lose to New England on Sunday, 22-17. They had very suspect play from their quarterback, even though the stats say that he did throw for 355 yards for 2 touchdowns. But he had 3 interceptions and just threw for 45% completion percentage. Wrap your head around that. 45% completion percentage. So that means every 3 out of 5 passes were hitting the ground. Guys, dude, the New York Jets were deemed as this hot team, as a sleeper. They were 5-2 or something like that going into this game. Beastie had them as he was at number 7 in their power rankings. They were clicking, they were nailing, yada yada yada. But then Breece Hall goes down. Breece Hall is out for the season. Torn ACL for Breece Hall. Now, they did pick up James Robinson from the Jaguars, but obviously James Robinson is a veteran. He's a little older in the like in the league, yada yada yada. But then that makes you question: didn't they have a running back on the roster by the name of Michael Carter? We all thought he was going to be good. Apparently, Jets do not think he is good whatsoever. Also, what is really going on in New York? All their big-name receivers won out. Except for Davis. Elijah Moore wants out. Nims wants out. A couple offensive linemen want out. Like, what is going on in New York? I mean, usually winning cures all right, but then all these star players want out. They just won 4 in a row over Pittsburgh, Miami, Green Bay, and Denver. All pretty tough games, right? They beat down Miami, that trash-ass team. But when we look at this team moving forward, Zach Wilson, my man Torrey said it the best. Zach is trash. This year on the season, Zach Wilson has 1,000 yards passing, 54% completion percentage, 3 touchdowns to 5 interceptions. Now, yes, I know he missed the first couple games of the season, but still, 3 touchdowns to 5 interceptions in the last 4 games that you have played? Huh. 2 of those touchdowns came last week versus the Patriots? Okay. There is going to be no quarterback change per Coach Robert Saleh in New York. And his QBR right now, 41% the last 2 games. So is it an overreaction to say that the Jets will not win another game for the rest of the season? Let's look at their schedule moving forward, shall we? Buffalo Bills, loss. At New York, loss. Chicago just got a lot better. Addition by subtraction in Chicago. They picked up Chase Claypool. I'll look for him to, be acclimated by that December game. Vikings, pretty damn good. They play Buffalo. That's another loss. So right there's 5 straight losses. And we're talking about a team that's kind of just hanging on a thread as is, going 5-8, going into this December 18th game versus the Detroit Lions. Lions are bound to beat somebody. Give them a loss there. Jacksonville Jaguars lost. Seahawks, pretty damn good loss. Do you want me to throw you a bone, New York? Are you going to beat the Miami Dolphins the final game of the season? I mean, you have to, right? There's no way they can lose 10 games in a row, is there? Yeah, there is. Guys, this is not an overreaction at all. Like, it is not. The New York Jets could legitimately lose 10 games in a row. The reason why I say that is because right now they lost to a not very good Patriots team. A Patriots team that was kind of starting to find their way a little bit, or they're trying to find their way a little bit. Had they found it? Maybe. But then they play a Buffalo Bills team, the best team in the NFL. That'd be 2 losses in a row. Then they play New England again at New England, a very tough place to play. That's another loss. Now, when you lose 3 games in a row, momentum is a very powerful tool in the NFL. That is why the Jets rattled off 4 wins in a row versus some okay talent. I mean, you can say, actually, when we look at it, the 4 games that they won, Pittsburgh, Miami, Green Bay, and Denver, they're not very good teams. So, is it safe to say that the New York Jets were all smoke and mirrors? Yeah. The New York Jets were all smoke and mirrors, those 4-game win streak. When people were on this hype train, if you like what you just saw, click right here to check out our latest video, and of course, click right here to subscribe. And as always, Man Our Nation, rise up.